You know the funniest thing?
Higher thinking.
Exactly. You know what's the funniest thing?
Damn, 300.
None of them ever listened to the music.
Giant ATX.
That you never even listened to not one song from the thing. Nice. Go off of what you hear in the public eye and what you see when you was growing up. You know what I mean? Like at some point you gotta realize that time is changing. You know what I mean? You gotta realize like, yo, at the end of the day, I remember when I was watching this interview with President Barack Obama, the previous one, and he said, yo, I'm looking at my kids and they're so much smarter and so much innovative and so much creative than us than we will ever been. And I was like, that comes with the times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see more of kids being more creative and don't want to.
Because we're just exposed to more information overall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With our phone and technology, we see more, we experience more than y'all had ever had when y'all was our age. You know, all you had was the stuff you seen in front of you. Y'all didn't have technology. All you had was the little TV and the magazine that.
Bro, exactly. Like my uncles, bro. Like they was telling me how like they had
you gotta
source
scroll
of like
till you see
like
two.
Growing up, I was hella into video.
Two mics together.
Yeah,
then you can get the whole set for well, not the whole set. You know what I'm saying? You get both for one.
They did not know about any E3, any new games, new consoles until that Game Informer magazine came in like every month or whatever. So like. They had to wait months. They had to wait for fucking shipping through like any mail service. Meanwhile, Trump just got assassinated. Like, it's not easy. We just pick up our phones and we're exposed to new information every day.
Exactly. Every single day. It's funny. It's so funny though because
it's a double-edged sword though.
That too, but I know it's another crazy thing. I was talking to my mom about my personal channel with the gaming, and I was editing, and I was like, yo mom, come here, I wanted to show her this cool effect I learned. And she's looking at it, and then you show, like, she didn't understand none of it. I'm cracking up showing her this, and she's just standing there like, I don't
Turns
get it.
into a lecture.
Exactly. I don't get it. And I show Cam the exact same video and he's crying laughing. You know what I mean? And just show you how far the generation is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing with that, when it comes to the technology, when they be like, oh, you're on the phone, you're on the game too long, stuff like that, it's like, you can't blame us. Your generation made the internet for us to be on. Like,
it's your fault.
Exactly. You know the funny thing is, they had the same exact technology.
Need some work, but almost rideable. One has a nice big seat, feed to a good home.
Nah, they'd be worse because that should be even more crazy. Because with us, we seen the build up at like the peak because we were born at the start of the new age, so we're exposed to everything coming out gradually. Like we seen PS2 graphics of PS3, which blew our minds, then PS4, which blew our minds, the next gen that are blowing our minds now.
Exactly.
Like, we're going crazy over reflections.
When I see those graphics, like, people enjoyed this game. When I see the freaking first PlayStation graphics, I'm like, people went crazy over this.
They had that one control? What the?
Nah, but you gotta.
And that's the little walkway shit. This is the cement. You so just stop? Yeah.
Person who worked on the cutscenes by himself for 4 years straight. No other people. He was in an office by himself, full of computers, and he did all the cutscenes by himself because of like something about funding. That's like crazy though.
And you know what another thing is? I was looking at it. You look at the dudes like Jeff Bezos, who made Amazon, and where that started from his garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's a multi-billion-dollar company, almost $1 trillion company. Then he was books and regrets. You ever thought to himself, like his parents ever came to him, like, "Oh, this never gonna work out"?
No, because what was I listening to? It was in the car with my dad. I think it was NPR radio, and they had the person on Netflix in there that made Netflix, and he was like, he went to his mom with the idea, and his mom just gave him some money to start it up. So it's like it varies, and they were saying how when you make something, it starts first with the people you know, your family members, then it just exceeds from there.
Exactly, it takes off, bro. Takes off. Well, I wanted to talk to Isaac. I wanted to ask him, as somebody who's up and coming, I want to know, what are you working on? You know what I mean? During these quarantine times, are you building anything?
I'm trying to. This is one thing I hate right now too, especially in the time period.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to build a foundation and really like take off as an artist.
Right. It's changing. You know what I mean? You gotta realize, like, yo, at the end of the day, I remember I was watching this interview with President Barack Obama, the previous one, and he said, yo, I'm looking at my kids and they're so much smarter and so much innovative and so much creative than us than we will ever been. And I was like, that comes with the times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see more of kids being more creative and don't want to.
Because we're just exposed to more information overall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With our phone and technology, we see more and we experience more than y'all had ever had when y'all was our age. You know, all you had was the stuff you seen in front of you. Y'all didn't have technology. All you had was the little TV and the magazine that.
Bro, exactly. Like my uncles, bro. Like they was telling me how like they had no source of like growing up. I was hella into video games. I still kind of am, but I fell off. You know, different interests.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they did not know about any E3, any new games, new consoles until that Game Informer magazine came in like every month or whatever.
That shit. Game
So
Informer
like,
magazine.
they had to wait months. They had to wait for fucking shipping through like any mail service. Meanwhile,
Yeah, I'm old as fuck then.
Trump just got assassinated. Like, it's not easy. We just pick up our phones and we're exposed to new information every day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
every
true.
single day. Fucking 2 feet away. And it's funny. It's so funny though, because
It's a double-edged sword though.
That too. But I know it's another crazy thing. I was talking to my mom about my personal channel with the gaming, and I was editing, and I was like, yo, mom, come here. I wanted to show her this cool effect I learned. And she's looking at it, and then you show, like, she didn't understand none of it. I'm cracking up, showing her this, and she's just standing there like, I don't
Turns
get it.
into a lecture.
Exactly. I don't get it. And I showed Cam the exact same video, and he's crying laughing. You know what I mean? And just show you how far the generation is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing with that, when it comes to the technology, when they be like, oh, you're on the phone, you're on the game too long, stuff like that, it's like, you can't blame us. Your generation made the internet for us to be on. Like, what?
It's your fault.
Exactly. You know the funny thing is, if they had the same exact technology that we have today, they would be doing the exact same thing.
Nah, they'd be worse because that shit would be even more crazier to them. Because with us, we seen the build up at like the peak because we were born at the start of the new age, so we're exposed to everything coming out gradually. Like we seen PS2 graphics at PS3, which blew our minds, then PS1, which blew our minds, the next gen that are blowing our minds now.
Exactly.
Like, we're going crazy over reflections.
Exactly. When I see those graphics, like, people enjoyed this game. When I see the freaking first PlayStation graphics, I'm like, people went crazy over this.
Got that one control? What the?
Nah, but you gotta respect what they did. Like,
exactly.
One thing I'll always respect on the PS1 is the Silent Hill series, bro. Like thinking of like the fog to like blur everything out to hide the limitations of the PS1, but still like releasing a captivating and just like just crazy ass experience.
Exactly.
Like, bro, I think there was one person who worked on the cutscenes by himself for 4 years straight. No other people. He was in an office by himself, full of computers, and he did all the cutscenes by himself because of like something about funding. That's like crazy, though.
And you know what the other thing is? I was looking at it. You look at the dudes like Jeff Bezos, who made Amazon, and where that started from his garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's a multi-billion-dollar company, almost $1 trillion company. Then he was selling books from garage. You ever thought to himself, like his parents ever came to him and be like, "Oh, this is never gonna work out"?
No, because what was I listening to? I was in the car one day. I think it was NPR radio, and they had the person on Netflix in there. He made Netflix, and he was like, he went to his mom with the idea, and his mom just gave him some money to start it up. So it's like it varies, and they were saying how when you make something, it starts first with the people you know, your family members, then it just exceeds from there.
Exactly, it takes off, bro. It takes off. Well, I wanted to talk to Isaac. I wanted to ask him, as somebody who's up and coming, I want to know, what are you working on? You know what I mean? During these quarantine times, are you building anything?
I'm trying to. This is one thing I hate right now too, especially in the time period. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to build a foundation and really like take off as an artist.
Right.
And I really hate it right now because like I understand people are bored, but when people are bored, they're oversaturating other like talent. If that makes sense. Like I'm not trying to like gas myself up or nothing, but like what I'm doing right now, people my age specifically, and like all the other people that started during Corona season, they're not about the lifestyle, I suppose. Not like I'm living lavish type shit, just like the dedication, what it takes to like be consistent and evolve and like make better music. So I literally spent $500 on just new equipment because I went from my first song being recorded on my fucking laptop mic to a $40 like USB mic. Yeah. And then I read up on that and like I realized that because of the USBs not getting the same type of audio quality as the analog like plug-in. Yeah. So I invested in an interface, and then from that I invested into studio time. So I pay for studio time. Bro, I'm working on a project right now. Mm-hmm. It has 15 tracks on it. I haven't released in 2 months, 3 months maybe. I made 15. I'm about to put out a whole ass project. Maybe put out a single too.
That's what's up, bro. It just shows your grind. You know what I mean? Not a lot of kids our age understand the grind to it. You know what I mean? I had recently on this video I'm making for my private channel, my personal channel. Literally took me 7 days to freaking like sort of master Adobe Premiere. You know what I mean? And I spent so many nights up to like 2 o'clock in the morning trying to learn.
That I'm done.
Exactly, trying to learn just a simple transition or a simple effect to a freaking certain part to a video, which like other people want to just stop, like, all right, I did it one time, I'm not doing it again. And the freaking craziest thing is that it crashed on me like 5 times. Mm-hmm. So I had to keep restarting over and getting back to the same spot I was 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, watching everything disappear, and that's so frustrating, bro.
I understand the feeling because I'm not even using any fancy ass like editing software, bro. I'm using the built-in fucking Windows Movie Maker or whatever the fuck on my laptop to make this loop for a song that I feel like when I put it out is gonna fit like way too perfectly.
Got you, bro.
Because like visuals are nice to something like you don't quite understand. Like it almost like puts you in the same brain or feeling as the artist to kind of guide you to like that same like level of thinking almost. Yeah. Because like a lot of people I know, especially in Florida, like the past 2.5 years of like me changing is like crazy to a lot of people. Cause like no one like. When I was in Florida, no one's gonna think I'd wear this, even though to me now this isn't shit. Like this is just a band, whatever. The music I listen to is just music. But like someone will hear that and get genuinely terrified of me because they think I'm like some fucking Satan worshiper or some shit. Like apparently me getting like excited and like really into heavy music is like some form of evil.
It's just more of how he shows how people don't take time to understand different things.
They're just judgmental.
Exactly. It's so much easier.
And this is the time to see new stuff too. Because I remember Isaac used to be heavy hip hop, which he still is, but to see you adventure to another
genre
of music.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, so like that just my bad.
No go.
That just comes with like me trying to explore my own abilities as an artist too, because like my first song was on some like, guitar chords, like, just guitar chords alone means you're making some alt rock song. It's just like, bro, it's just an instrument fucking Jay-Z raps over guitars all the time. Like, what is different? It's just mine is just a darker subject matter. That's it. Doesn't mean I'm emo. Doesn't mean all this, but like, I'm also excited with my approach to music because it's not necessarily something new, but it is in my way. Mm-hmm. So I definitely have my inspirations, and it will take a little minute to like kind of venture out into like my own identity. Right. But I feel like I've also discovered that pretty early, and that's why I'm like really going hard with music, because I have a really strong feeling that I can at least make a living off this, like a very, very comfortable living off it.
Yeah. And plus you're young, bruh. This is a time when you start something, you know, it don't even matter if it never blows up in the next 10 years. You're young, you have all the time in the world. And when we, you know, live with our parents and we get more infused from our parents, seeing how they had to come up and figure everything out right away, got hit that. It's not like that anymore. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be like that. You should give your child that time to, you know, figure out what they want to do. Let them try different things, even if it don't succeed. I remember I was making a video. My mom was like, "Oh, so when you post this video, you're gonna make money off of it?" I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna make a dime
right now.
Give it some time.
I'm not gonna make a dime. This thing right here is not gonna make a dime on 2
Bro,
minutes.
but it's crazy how quickly shit can change.
Exactly, that too.
Today, a year from now, you could have 100K. You could be out of the crib. You could be like supporting yourself, doing something that you want to do.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because like it's all about perception, and I mean not perception, perspective.
Yeah.
No one's gonna see what you see in your shoes, in your position. Exactly. They're just gonna see what you're up to. So like me being quiet for like 2.5 months, even though I was like kind of going hard, even struggling to put out a song, like people think I stopped already. It's just like, yo, how come you haven't sent me any music? Because like I'm not going to. I'm working on it.
Like we're working on it, bro.
Like I'm tweaking this. Like I'm trying to make this shit sound high quality. Like I've been practicing screaming, bro. Like I know that sounds funny to y'all, but like I've been going hard on like practicing small pieces to make a better song.
Right.
Like, bro, people that heard my last song, Gluttony, whatever. They're like surprised. Like I had like a live listening session with a few of like my closer friends, and they're like, "Oh, like yo, this sounds professional. Yo, you sound so good." Blah blah blah. And it's just like, "Oh, this needs a little work," but like they see that potential, and now they're like excited for me because they see what I see. So until you're exposed, or like at least give shit a try or a chance, or like show some type of support, you know, you're not really gonna know. Because like with y'all, like I said, I bought Cameron's merch because I'm supportive. I actually do see this going somewhere. I'm trying to take part in Anthony's shit because, you know, I see this going somewhere. Like I enjoy watching y'all. Like I come home from work, I sit down, I'm having fucking like a whole ass thing of Chinese food. I'm just listening, eating. like I'm laughing with y'all, like I'm talking to y'all. But I'm just sitting back watching the video. So that alone should be a sign that like it's just actually enjoyable.
Exactly.
So, I feel like that comes because you know what it is to like try to start something new and just create. So it's like people that like never created or try to do something, they don't understand the process.
Yeah, they don't understand that like that struggle is like, especially when you don't want to seem too like needy, like the dickheads and comment sections on Instagram posts. It's just like, I'm the best 14-year-old rapper out of Louisiana. Come fuck with me, and I'm white. N-word. Hard R.
But it's really good. I like this. I like this conversation of just, you know, building. You know what I mean? A lot of people need to learn more about starting something, you know, investing. Even if you don't see it go nowhere, just keep going at it. You never know. Got hit that. I was watching one of the agent podcasts, and he was talking about how got hit that he didn't start blowing up until his 4th year doing it. You know what I mean? And now he's living in big houses, but he's seen it. That's
driving that AMG, that nice AMG.
Exactly. Got hit that. Down in houses that cost $1 million.
Right. That, but it started from just freaking seeing something and just wanted to do it and just keep going at it and keep going at it.
Especially with consistency though. Exactly. Consistency matters a lot.
That's another thing with this pod. That's why I was like, that's one thing I told him when I started it. It was just, I just wanted to be consistent every week. At least have one something uploaded every week.
It didn't matter the views.
Just have something uploaded. You know what I mean?
Because this my fault.
No, I was listening real quick. I was just seeing people like, you know, I'm not gonna bring up nobody, but I have a friend that had his YouTube channel and it was booming in high school, and then he posts a video like every 4 months, every 5 months, and I was like, bro, you have the subscribers, you have the Instagram followers, you have the support behind you, and you already have the views. If you just keep at it, don't matter how long it takes you. I know you can scrap out 3 hours a day to edit something. You know what I mean? If you keep at it, you can be so much further along with it. You know what I mean?
Because there's one of my favorite artists, Scarlord. He's from the UK and all that, and but you know, he's one really notable artist besides you guys probably don't know him, but Omen 13 that really popularized this fusion of music where it's really heavy, but they're still rapping, but they have scream ad-libs and shit. So he was just talking about one of his music videos that really blew him up. He was talking about that it's all about consistency, and it's all about just putting your all into it on a regular basis. Because I don't know who said it, but it's something about if you shoot one shot and it misses, you know, that's it, and you give up, whatever. But if you shoot 100 shots, one's bound to hit type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know.
Well, I really like this talk, bro. I really like this talk. But I have another thing I want to talk to both of y'all about. You know, Meek Mills the other day was in the media the other day, and Cam showed me the video of these kids, you know, coming up to his car, and he bought one of the water bottles from them for $20, you know, and then all the other kids that was with them, with that one kid, was like, what about me? I'm with him. Then he told them to split it. Yeah. Okay. Now, as an artist that flexes a lot of money, and then goes takes that, and plus he's in what was he in a Bentley? I think he was in a Bentley.
That boy was in a Rolls Royce.
He was in a Rolls Royce. He pulls up to them in the Rolls Royce, rolls down the window, you know what I mean, and then hands one of the kids and bought a bottle of water for $20. But the thing is, he took it, recorded it, and then posted it on his social, you know, thinking it was a good thing. But I wanted to get your take on it. My take is don't record yourself, you know, doing gestures like this. You know, giving somebody only $20 for a bottle, even though it's they selling it for $1. That ain't that. You're Meek Mills at the end of the day. You pulled up to those kids. You pulled up to those kids in a whole Rolls Royce, okay? Goddamn. Plus, those kids are from freaking low down areas, ain't never seen nothing like this before, and know who you are from social media, from the stuff you posted. Yeah. So you can't, even though to us, if we gave somebody 20, that'd be extreme for a water bottle. But for somebody with millions of dollars, you can't do that. And I was watching, before we even started, I was watching Kevin Hart radio show, and he was talking about this is a clear sign of you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. But it's not, though. You set yourself up for that. You could have kept your windows up. You didn't have to record it, but you did all that. You did every single last one. You recorded it, you wind down your windows, and then you posted the video too, knowing what was going on in the situation, knowing that somebody is going to come back and reply to what you did. You know what I mean?
But the way I see it, it's I feel like he gave the kids the $20 so they won't be it's a handout type thing, they still got to work for it type thing. Because I remember it was same situation, but it was Baby this time, and he gave this kid that was selling, I think, candy or chips or whatever, and gave him $100 to do the thing. But with that, the kid can take that and be like, oh, that was a nice gesture, I can do this to re-up again. Or it's gonna be like, oh, if I just stand out here and wait for somebody famous again, I can get money like that. So I feel like Meek, he did that so they can just know nothing's handed to you.
But they was looking at the kids, some high-powered people, you know, famous people was looking at the kids you was getting $1 for, you know, water, and he gave you 20 for it. You know what I mean? Y'all kids need
it. I just feel like it's more ungrateful than anything, because like you said, he could have kept his windows up and could have kept driving, he could have ignored it. He could have had that Hollywood mindset where like, I came up from here, but I'm not here. I got bread now. I don't got to worry about them. I got to worry about me.
Exactly.
But I just feel like it's fucked up to be like ungrateful in that situation. Because mind you, some car could have cut him off and he just would have turned down that street.
Right.
That could have been avoided entirely, and you wouldn't have the mindset of, why is this man being stingy? This man's loaded. Like, no, he gave you a nice gesture, and like, I don't know, maybe you have something to do with like, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many factors to really say that's just fucked up of him to not give him like a ban for a water bottle. Exactly. It's just like, you paid $1, 20s and fucking, what's it called? Profit. Like,
exactly.
And what if he only had a 20 on him?
Exactly. Like, you know, like rappers really have too much money or not enough money to really carry cash like that. So like, you know.
But at the end of the day, this is how they get set up. If you go and you flex all these monies, you know, all this cash on Instagram and stuff, and you see somebody, you see kids and people on the street that, you know, is asking or even selling stuff to you, you hand them this, even though you just seen them on Instagram with hundreds of dollars and freaking wads, you know, flexing it.
Recent music video with Lil Durk, those were very shiny chains.
If you have all that and you flex all that, that's what comes with it. And then a lot of famous people was looking at it like, oh, they're so crazy. But I'm looking at it as this is what you wanted, basically. Because if you go out and you advertise this kind of stuff and you advertise having this kind of, you know, luxury, you know, people gonna think that first about you, no matter what. They're gonna think that first about you. If you drive this and you go out to these places, they gonna think of you as that at the end of the day, no matter what. Motherfucking Flo Mayweather says all the time, nigga, I walk around with $1 million cash on me all the time. He says that. He says that. He walks around with $1 million on him all the time. I remember when I was younger, I used to watch freaking TV shows and he would come on it with a bag and he'd be like, yo, this is $1 million cash right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That bag comes with the big old security guards that's always around.
That too, exactly, that too. that don't forget that too. But the point is, he's walking around with $1 million cash. Now imagine if he's going up the thing and gave a kid a 20.
Scamming people off pay-per-view, that's all you can get.
Come on now. Now at some point you gotta look at it like, nigga, if I'm putting out this kind of image, goddamn, I gotta back it up. If I'm putting out this image, you know what I mean? You can't put out this image on social media and then a nigga see you in person and now you're acting like, just like,
it's just weird because a lot of social media shit is just a facade though. Like, so like, I take all that with a grain of salt. It's just like, it's entertainment. So like, if I were to see that person in person, I don't think I'd look at him the same way as the person I'm seeing on my phone. I'd recognize it just a person, actually. And like, for some reason, I always have interactions with people I follow, like all the time on Instagram. So many fucking different artists. Like, there's artists I recently discovered that I told them I fuck with their music, and they fuck with mine back, and then we're just, you know, now we're associated type shit. So like, I just see artists as like, you know,
just regular people. It's just a fucking persona type shit. I'm not weird when people put celebrities on a high pedestal. Like, they're just human beings with a high-paying job.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's okay to have role models or like, you know, just.
Right. I have another example though. You know the YouTuber Mr. Beast?
Was he a COD YouTuber, GTA YouTuber, something?
All right, you know, okay, Mr. Beast, the dude that does the, you know, the $1 million challenge, or whoever stands on this longer gets an island, whatever.
I think I seen one video.
Is he really buff?
No, he's a freaking little, he's like 6'1" white dude.
Mr. Bean?
Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. I can't believe I don't know who Mr. Beast is. You know who Mr.
I'm surprised I don't know who he is.
He has 40 million subscribers on YouTube.
I don't know who this is.
Oh my
God. But I know where you're getting at, because this man says giant Monopoly game with real money.
Exactly. In his videos, he tells you if you ever see him in person and you show that you're subscribed to him, he'll give you $1,000. He says that.
That boy stay in the house all day.
No, it's not even that though. When you record videos, when you record videos, right? When he records videos, sometimes it was literally one of the videos. This one of the daughters saw him through the camera at a red light, came out, took a picture, and he asked her, "Are you subscribed?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm subscribed." And then she showed her, and then he gave her $1,000. She was like, "Here you go, $1,000." And I was looking at him because he advertised that on his YouTube channel. That's his whole premise of his YouTube channel. It's giving away mad money. Literally, a couple months ago, he gave away $1 million for winning these challenges. You know, other day he gave away last to stay on his island wins the island, and it was a $700,000 island. You know what I mean? So his whole premise behind his, his fame is giving away a whole bunch of money. You know what I mean? And he does it. I never go on his Instagram and see him flex it, but he gives it away. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I look at celebrities, like Meek Mill's and dumb people that has millions, and then you give somebody a 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on now.
But it's like when it's like that, it basically goes back to, are you like obligated to give back at one point? Because when there's a celebrity, it's always like, oh, what are we doing for charity? What are we doing for charity though?
I get it, but this is my thing, Jonas. That goes out the window once you post it. Once you post that on your social media, all that goes out the window. Yeah, if you're obligated or not, it's before you even talk about it, even before you even record it. That's when you can decide whether you're obligated or not. But once you record it and then show your fans what you're doing, come on now.
You know what that makes me think about? I think about it happened last year. Blueface, I think it was in California probably, and he was on top of a car and he was throwing money up and having this regular people give you money. People in the comments were just saying, "Oh, I just would have just handed it to him," and it was like,
damn if you do.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing on the same money topic. Recently, I think her review she on Twitter. She was like, "Dang, should I buy this 88,000 bag?" Like, is at one point should we stay in rich people's business when it comes to what they're spending their money on?
That's the point. They put it on their social, so now you're telling your fans what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you kept it out your social, they wouldn't know exactly. Why? Like the other day when her 1-year-old turned 1, when on her first day, they bought this 1-year-old Birkin bag. Why is you putting that on your social? And then now people, it's obligated. It's their choice now. You can't stop them from criticizing it because now it's out in the world. There. Exactly. You can't stop them. That's my point.
You can't say you're in my business because your business
you're putting it out there. It's out there. Why is you posting what you're buying if it's and then you have a problem with them coming back to you about it?
Exactly.
All that goes out the window once you post it. You can't. That's kind of hypocritical. You're being a hypocrite, you know what I mean? Alright.
That does not.
But you know one thing I want to talk about? Gotta hit that what's that boy's name? Floyd Mayweather is coming back out of retirement once again to fight Logan Paul. I'm kinda scared.
No, I'm sorry. An image of Nate just laid out just popped in my head.
Well, I don't know why. It would be so hilarious if Paul wins. Like, just imagine if that happens. It would be freaking hilarious. It wouldn't be good for black people.
God.
I'm not gonna lie, I sent some serious racial undertones after I see that fight.
God, if Mayweather loses, this is gonna be very bad for the culture. It's gonna be really bad. One of the greatest fighters of all time losing to an internet sensation. I don't give a fuck how old he is. I don't give a fuck how old he is.
This is his career.
I think he's 50-0. Is he 50-0 or 51-0? He's one of the two. He never lost a fight. He never lost a fight. And then if you fight Logan Paul, come out of there and fight him and lose.
No,
I hit that. After Nate Robinson, and then Floyd Mayweather comes and lose. This is really bad for the culture. Another thing I want to say real quick. Exactly. That's tough. Another thing I want to say real quick is I was watching this interview on the Logan Paul, his podcast, and he was talking about he said, I have a legit chance. He said, I'm twice his size. I am twice as less his age. I'm half his age, basically.
Yeah.
One punch, if one of my punches connect, I can knock him out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he has a legit argument, bro. Because how tall Floyd Mayweather is? Like, what, 5'10"?
I'll look at, what's his name?
Logan Paul?
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul is 6'2".
Yo, why do you think he was like 5'7"?
No, Logan Paul is 6'2".
Mayweather is 5'8". That's my height.
Exactly. 5'8".
That's my height.
5'8". Then let me guess, his wingspan is not that long compared to fucking Logan Paul wingspan. That's 6'2".
43 years old.
And Logan Paul is like what, 24?
I think so.
Come on now.
Wingspan is 6 feet.
Come on now. I am very fearful. I'm looking at it. I'm gonna watch it. I know how to get it. It's not gonna disclose on this, but I know how to get it. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna watch it. I watched Nate Robinson get knocked out live.
But you know what's crazy? The numbers came out to see how much he got paid, and they both got paid like $600,000. So it was like, would you take that $600,000?
Getting married for the rest of your life.
He called them out.
I know, which is the sad part.
Remember, you called them out. You called him out after his fight that he won. He won a fight. He went, I don't know if you don't have to do that, but he won the fight. And then after his fight, you called him out. Come on now, like, and then you underestimate him as well. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
We might just have to get the calorie. We have to get like Mike Tyson by 0 or something.
But low key, this might be a very good thing though with the Floyd Mayweather thing. Cause I think he's the one owning this fight. He's not going through pay-per-view through this fight. I think he's the one owning it and streaming his own thing. And what's crazy is this is very smart because Logan Paul has a big following on Instagram across the platform. He got millions and millions of followers. Plus Floyd Mayweather's combined, that's automatic at least 1 million. At least 1 million people watching. So that's at least 1 million people paying for the fight. At least. You know what I mean? Counting the other people that might get it bootlegging.
Not to call anyone out or anything.
At least 1 million people is paying for that, bro.
When's the fight supposed to be?
February. It's gonna be February 10th, I think. I gotta look at it. But it's at least 1 million people gonna pay for it, bro. And I'm just looking at the revenue they're gonna get from it, and that's all theirs.
Exactly. I don't like how these fights are happening so quick. So when I think Soulja Boy and Chris Brown did one, that never happened. So it's like it wasn't relevant, bro. And plus, Chris Brown wasn't even with it. He didn't care. I don't even know how. I'll take Chris Brown in the fight.
I don't remember how that shit went, but this is a different time. And plus, the only reason why these are so quick, we forget another thing. Y'all hit that. Logan Paul been called out for Mayweather long time ago, before Jake even fought Nate Robinson. He been called out for Mayweather. Okay.
You think if Mayweather wins, Nate Robinson's okay?
No, that's over. That's over. I hit that one. Snoop Dogg said it best. You can't play two things. You can't play bumping. You can't play with this pimping.
I'm saying baseball.
Exactly. Oh, I want to get in that conversation real quick. This will be our last topic. That Isaac, I know you watch basketball. Can you watch basketball? I don't know that gets you pointed at. A lot of old heads, call Jordan to go because they never lost in the finals. And LeBron lost 6 times in the finals or whatever. I'm looking at it as I am sorry, that mine go 1 playoff games. You know what I mean? You ever thought about that? Has everybody ever thought and sat and was like, damn, are we really penalizing this man for winning playoff games? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, at some point you gotta realize, like, oh my God, this man went to 8 straight finals.
Like
Never took a break.
The thing always don't
he was talking shit about LeBron's son. Like he didn't know how to play and shit like that. And then LeBron came up to him because he was at a game and he confronted his ass.
Michael Jordan played
But I don't think he ever said what he told him, but
and had a hell of a team.
the next day he was like, yeah, the confrontation was weak. Oh shit, I was like, what the fuck?
Played for multiple teams.
Hey, with the Cavs team when he went against the Spurs.
He never had. That's another thing. He never had a Hall of Famer until he went to freaking the Miami Heat.
Exactly.
If you ever notice, anytime LeBron had a Hall of Famer on his team, he won the championship.
Well, almost. Because
he won with Kyrie.
Kyrie, probably.
Well,
yeah, future.
You got to remember that bust little Cavs team with D Rose, fucking Wade.
No, but that was a bunch of old has-beens, and D Wade was.
I thought that team was supposed to be lit. That team gave me the same vibes when Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, and Kobe was on the same team. I was like, oh snap, that thing gotta be crazy. No.
I hit that. If you looked at that team,
Someone got to edit in that clip of Draymond saying no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get that shit. But then, if you look at it though, if you looked at that team, it was a bunch of old people. Right, that Braid was about to retire. He literally retired next year. Freaking D Rose didn't know what he wanted to do with his life at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't pick up till like the season after.
Exactly. He kept getting injured. He's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And then freaking with Isaiah Thomas, that motherfucker was 5'9". When he was with the Celtics, how the Celtics built around him hide the fact that he was not 5'9". That if you look how the Celtics played when he was on it, he didn't play defense. He was just the dude that swiped at the ball and tried to go. No,
I never seen that before. The closest thing to that was Jeremy Lin when he was hot in New York. You know, freaking Isaiah Thomas. He was hot for that one season.
Exactly, but that's because of Mike D'Antoni.
But Linsanity was way shorter.
Way shorter. Motherfucking King of the fourth quarter was longer.
It was kind of Melo's fault, but you know.
But that's crazy. I never seen like how that happened so quick. Like they're a good player and then it's like drop so quick.
And another thing is because of injuries. Motherfucking Isaiah Thomas just got off an injury. D Rose was injured. Fucking
prone to injury.
And then next you know, J.R. Smith was freaking with the bipolar stuff talking about why I gotta come off the bench. Because it's D Wade here now, nigga. What are you talking about? Are you D Wade? Are you D Wade?
Yo, Jared's gonna have a field day with Bronny Jr. and shit because they're not testing for marijuana no more.
But you gotta hit that, bro. If you look at it, bro, like, dude, LeBron had so much different team and still made it there. His team was.
Mike Tyson was fighting hard.
But it was a tie though. He didn't even win.
I feel like they already knew that was gonna happen. Like it was like, hey, it's gonna be done on a draw.
Yo, they told him right before he went in the ring.
Yo,
like, you're going to my car.
Gotta hit that freaking Vegas, the freaking betting scene. What? But there's so much people pocket. Everybody
they don't need a stimulus check.
Yo, everybody was like this year. They did this day a tie. Did I just lose all my money? Hey, Baker's like this here.
He has the Birdman hands. He's just walking in.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Come on now. That's bananas, bro. But going back to the topic with LeBron, I think you can't penalize a dude for making it there. Because Jordan took breaks. LeBron never took a break. Every single year.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Also,
every single year.
Greatness, though.
Exactly. That's another thing. They love saying you never seen Jordan play. Well, damn it, you never seen Kareem play, and damn it, the people who came up when Kareem era
I'm not
never seen Wilt play.
Up back then, though, too.
Bro, that was my thing. I was thinking every player in the NBA now is way better than NBA players in the 80s.
I'd be thinking about that
because they adapt. Come on now. Y'all hit that damn dap, bro.
But not, it also goes back to like how we were talking about with technology.
Was so good because he was playing against the plumbers.
Skills off rip. Their parents that had the kids that didn't make it, they was working their son's ass off so they go to the league type shit. Exactly. Or just like, you know, in general, kids.
Oh, who they clowning? Larry Bird? He was a country dude.
No, everybody.
Work on their shooting.
They said the type of players back then were like regular guys, like not athletic and shit.
But you know another thing though, before we even get off that topic, another thing is it's more extreme now than it was back in the 90s and the 80s and back then. My point is, nowadays you have freaking AAU traveling, you have high school, they have personal trainers.
There's kids tryharding when they're 5 years old at basketball.
No, exactly. They have freaking personal trainers, they have all that. Back in the 90s and the 80s, that wasn't even heard of. They wasn't working on all this kind of stuff. You literally was just going to go play, and then if you was fucking
especially if you wanted to pursue the league, you had no type of exposure. The only exposure you had was that once in a lifetime fucking scout going to your gym and you have to show up. If you fuck up that one time, your career is done. 100%.
Yeah, now there's always a camera. There's literally always a camera. You know, go ahead.
You know what's crazy? When I was to be like, seeing Kevin Garnett and Kobe when they drafted out of high school, I never understood that. But when I'm like high school and I see the age 18 being drafted from high school to the NBA, that is crazy.
You forget overseas, motherfuckers playing at the age of 16 with grown men. Motherfucking Luka Doncic was 17. Luka Doncic,
Kobe.
It's like Luka Doncic was 17 years old and won fucking, I don't remember what league he was in, but won the freaking MVP of the finals and the league MVP.
Bro, even use an example with fucking LaMelo. This man didn't even fucking, like, what do you skip? College ball, high school ball?
He skipped high school. He skips college.
And he started playing international or overseas type shit.
Yeah, the NBL. Like, come on now.
And he was dominating too, so like, it's no surprise that he went second in the draft, third, whatever. And dominating with this weird